I am N.S. Venkatraman. I am speaking on behalf of Nandini Voice for the Deprived, a Chennai, India-based not-for-profit organization. Bhagawan Sri Ramana Maharshi is one of the greatest and most respected sages. He lived from 1879 to 1950, and most part of his life was spent in Tiruvannamalai in South India. The place where Bhagavan stayed is known as Ramanashramam, which continues to be a center of peace and tranquility. Millions of people all over the world have been blessed by Bhagavan's thoughts of wisdom and the guidelines that Bhagavan provided for the way of leading one's life. I submit my thoughts on the essence of the teachings of Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharshi. The famous term, and now pronounced by Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharshi, was, "Who am I?" This term has been realized to be very significant across the world community and has made people to introspect on this question. In the case of some people, lifelong. However, in the case of others, the question, "Who am I?" stays in the mind for a few days after the passing away of their parents, relatives, and friends, though they remember them lifelong. Now, what is the ground reality? Most people do not get rational explanation that appeal to human brain for this important query, "Who am I?" Then they simply accept whatever explanation given to them by sages or elders and then pursue their routine life with the business of getting a living. While the above situation is the ground reality, is it reasonable to expect that everyone would be able to realize the answer for this query, "Who am I?" Now, what is it that Bhagavan stressed? Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharshi, in his talk and writings, have stressed directly and indirectly that in everyone, apart from the physical body frame with thought and action capability, there is also inner self, which has to be identified and focused. In his writings and talk, Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharshi stressed that everyone should be conscious of this question, "Who am I?" all the time in their subconscious mind. By this process, it would ensure that the ego in the mindset would be destroyed and realization would happen that means should justify the ends in all activities, and development of love for everyone around, including animal and plants, would happen in the life process of the individuals. Then it would be a mindset of peace and good thought process. Now, meditation is the way. As far as my understanding goes, Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharshi never said that the business of getting a living should be dispensed with. Then, what is the suggested way to realize the inner self and seek answer to the query, "Who am I?" In practice, introspection on the question, "Who am I?" would automatically lead one towards meditation. The only way is to resort to meditation, which is essentially a process where the mind remains focused on the question, "Who am I?" When the mind would struggle to find meaning and significance of everything happening around, and perhaps realize the futility of the worldly happenings. Now, Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharshi practiced this process of doing meditation in public view in his unmatched lifestyle. Aradhana, otherwise known as prayer, was regularly conducted in Ramanashram, where Bhagavan participated, and everyone in the assembled prayers were paying. Bhagavan set an example by loving everyone, including cows and monkeys, and even communicating with them in his own way. In Ramanashram, a climate of peace, prayer, and meditation was prevalent and continues to be prevalent today. Now, what is the difference between meditation and prayer? Are they different? Is one fundamental question. Prayer is essentially not an end in itself. It is the beginning of the process of training the mind toward the meditation exercise, where everyone would start introspecting on the question, who am I? Now the next question comes, how long one should meditate? Now, how long one should meditate and when and where one should do so? This question would really be meaningless for one who realizes the importance and significance of meditation, which need not be time bound or place bound. Probably the answer is that one should meditate as long as the mind craves for meditation and can meditate at any time. As one will continue to meditate briefly or for a short time, then the craving for meditation would inevitably intensify. Now the question is, will meditation lead to realization of God? Bhagawan Sri Ramana Maharshi certainly stressed the importance of meditation and the question, who am I? Meditation is important as it facilitates lofty thoughts and lofty actions and in fine-tuning the mindset. The next question is whether meditation would enable one to realize God or enable one to realize the answer to the question, who am I? And on the question, where one has to come to the word from and where one would go after the life process. There is really no need to seek clarity as to where one comes from and where one would go after life. This question may remain unanswered, but does not matter. The question, who am I, may remain unanswered till the end of life for most of the individuals, including those who resort to meditation. There is really no need to seek an answer for this question conclusively, so long as the process of meditation would enable one to realize the emptiness of the life process and understand that there is something beyond whatever it may be. Peace in the mindset is what everyone should crave for. Meditation on who am I will enable one to move towards the attainment of peace. Once the mindset of peace is achieved, there is nothing more to talk or nothing more to look for in life. Obviously, attainment of peace by meditation amount to realization of God. Attainment of peace is all that is required in life, and perhaps Bhagawan Sri Ramana Maharshi meant this when he asked everyone to introspect, who am I? Thank you very much.